what I think needs to happen is they need to get tougher. You know, the only person that I ever really hear about that's going out there swinging is Alan Grayson, you know, and he goes out there and really calls everybody out. But he can't do it by himself. The whole Democratic Party needs to have that kind of attitude. And he's even said that a lot of people that he talks to feel that way, but nobody wants to say anything. And I don't know why nobody wants to say anything, because the Republicans have absolutely no problem expressing themselves, even when they're lying, straight up lying. You know what I mean? And I know Democrats lie too, but that's the game. You know, it's politics, so I'm not expecting people to be perfect. But I do expect us to come out with the same level of power and punch that the Republicans are, because they are deliberately trying to destroy and keep stagnant, you know, everything Obama's trying to do. And they're just, you know, there was one thing I saw, and I don't know if anybody remembers exactly what this was, but I think it had something to do with some proposals or something. And one of these, the Republicans got a guy to come in there and reject every single thing that the Democrats presented. He rejected. No negotiation or anything. He just said, we don't want to negotiate. We reject it. You know, and they need to toughen up. They need to toughen up. And when they toughen up, and I think Obama needs to talk to them and tell them, look, you guys need to toughen up, you know, so that I can do what I need to do. And I like I said, I don't really know how it works. And if anybody else does, you know, that'd be great if you could call in and explain it a little more thoroughly. But it seems like it takes both him and the party to make it happen. You know, and so that's pretty much what I have to say. Just toughen up, you know, and go get what you want. Stop trying to wait for them, the Republicans, to move out of the way. You might need to push them out of the way a little bit, you know. That's my comment. Okay, I'm done.
Well, great point, Kahea. And again, she is addressing the President of the United States. So if you can be mindful of that, Kahea. And I will go behind Kahea to stress what one of my teachers, I work with a lot of teachers, and what he wants you, Mr. President, to do is to stop being the professor that you are and get in the trenches and let's get this job done. So that's my request for you from one of my teachers that I work with. Thank you so much, Kahea. Appreciate that. And again, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. I will get to caller 571 in a few minutes. We're going to take a quick break, if that's okay, and we'll be right back. So please bear with me. And thank you all so much for being here.
You realize what time it is?
What time is it, Joe?
It's time for the Cassandra Calloway Show live!
And that's right, my name's Cassandra Calloway, and you're listening to Callywood on blogtalkradio.com. You can catch Callywood After Dark each and every Friday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. and Callywood Live on blogtalkradio.com from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. each and every Saturday. If you want to call in, the call-in number is 347-637-3016. If you want to guest on Callywood, call 323-302-2981 or email us at callywoodmedia2009@gmail.com. This is how we do it. Hey! And I've recognized that you're all a part of the Callywood Nation. Welcome, Callywoodites.
And I'm milk chocolate. Who's white chocolate? She's dark chocolate. Let's play the drama.
And that was my commercial for Miss Callywood, whose show is here, right here on the Blog Talk Radio. Thank you all so much for being here. Okay, next we're going to go to the caller from the 571 area code. Thank you so much for being here, 571. We appreciate you being on Let's Talk. What do you have to say to our President, President Barack Obama?
Hello now.
Hey, Maze.
How you doing?
It's Maze, my buddy. Hi, Maze. How are you?
I am just fine. Don't nobody want to know what I want to tell the president to do.
Yes, I do.
Well, this
Maze,
is what I
your voice is just as important as things.
I would tell for the president to do is go look at your Congress and ask them why you won't give the people what they want. All I got to do is sign the bill. All y'all got to do is pass it so I can sign it. That's what the president needs to tell the people, so they can stop running around like chickens with their heads cut off, acting as if it's his fault. There's laws, and that's why the Congress is there. Because if he said he wanted what he wanted, he should have had it by now. His party and the other party both worked against him. So where's the people that should be working with him? Just sit down and do nothing until the Congress do. Call your senators and your representatives and tell them to get on their job. And I hear everybody screaming at the president. And nothing's they didn't put nothing on the president there for him to sign. When the president signs something that I don't like, then I will complain. But they haven't given him anything to sign, and people feel upset. You just got to look at him. Just because Fox said so, all these people tell them, give you one main point to look at, and that's what you jump on, and jump all over him. It's just like Marcus Garvey, when people should have been following him. That's why we're in the shape we're in today. Martin Luther King, everybody didn't follow him. Some people hated him until after he died, and then they tried to say they love him now. And if he's like Jimmy Carter, he'll be the best president that ever was, because Jimmy Carter is one of the ones that, that's not walking around trying to act as if he owned the world. He's a normal person. And when he leaves that White House, he's going to be a normal person, just like he was when he went in there. But until the people get behind him and act as if they want something done, there's no need to be done. That's what I have to tell the president. If you want something done, get off your duff, go to it, whatever it is that you're looking for. So I'm waiting for some papers to get on his desk for him to sign, for me to complain, because I haven't seen anything that's been put on his desk that he asked for. I hear a whole lot of people complaining about what they won't give. And then I'm still not understanding why 16-year-olds are included in the unemployment, because they don't vote, they don't pay rent, and they don't do anything, but they're included. And some of the things that we see, we don't, just looking at the Congress in session, just sitting back watching them, I don't have to listen to all the other people. I'm looking at what's causing the problem. Then you hear them say, we got money, but we're not going to give it up because we don't know how the tax is going to come out. We got to wait. So until I'm still saying, when he signs something and I don't like it, that's when I'm going to complain. But not about his personal life, complain about what he's not doing or what he signed. Everybody get into his personal life, call him all kind of names, which is unnecessary. Because I'm quite sure his children hear the things that he's being called, and his wife also. So some of us don't have no shame in our game of how we go or what we do. You can complain about what you don't like. You don't have to go all there because it's not necessary. So with that, that's the way I feel about it. So I think that's how the branches were supposed to work, unless they change how the branches are supposed to work.
Well, Maze, I think what the situation is as well is that remember when George Bush was in office?
Well, George Bush broke all kind of laws when they were in office. They didn't care.
Yeah, but remember when he was in office, how he waved the pen when they didn't do what he wanted? He waved the pen and he said, I can veto and I can do this and I can do that. And I think sometimes the people look at that and they say, well, President Obama, you can do the same thing, but in reality, he needs the cooperation of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and Congress. He needs all those cooperations in order to get the job done, and I think people fail to recognize that.
Yes, he needs something on his desk to veto or something to sign. He don't have anything. I ain't seen nothing. When was the last time he had something to sign that benefited the people that came through the Congress? Can anybody say when?
Now, Maze, with that being said, what can he do as far as making them get something on his desk at a particular time?
Well, I would like people to figure out, for somebody that hates you, what could you do in order to get them to do what needs to be done? If they just hate your guts, both sides, your side and the other side too, and you grew up with the same thing, and you're trying to manage the best way you can. So it's for the people to get off their duff to make their congressmen do what needs to be done. As long as they don't make the congressmen do what needs to be done, it won't never get done. If it takes, just don't do that for a week. Don't spend no money. Don't spend nothing. Just sit back. If you can't get a president what we won't do what you want. And that'll stop some of this mess that they're doing. But we want to act like we Republicans, because everybody I'm listening to sound like Republicans, you know, that I've been listening to lately. That's what they sound like. Repeating everything the Republicans put out there. So we drop off what they put out there and think and look and watch the Congress and see what's going on. It's just like that committee he formed together. Those people that he put together did not do the job that they were supposed to do because they did it within a hateful way to come out with something that didn't make no sense. And if you sit there and watch that hearing, you would have saw how red they all turned when the man said why he was voting no, because it wasn't there to benefit the people, to benefit the rich. And that face turned red as fire, all of them around that table. Even the one out of Illinois, the Democrat, was not there for the purpose that he asked them to be there. And they was appointed by the president and the Congress. So we have to watch things and look at what's going around us to see what's going on. But we can't blame the president for everything. But that's what I want to tell the president. That he can just switch out and leave the White House and let it be ran by the Congress, because that's what it's being ran by now, since everything is on him. And until they can give him some papers to veto or sign. I think that's his job. So with that,
not India, sorry. And by the way, Maze, India said hi.
Tell everybody I said hello. I'm just ranting.
Hearing you. This is what I would like to ask you. Is President Obama in the position for those that are not willing to work with him, because that is their job. They're getting paid to make things happen. And they're not.
We sent them there. We sent the congressman there, just like we sent the president there. But you never hear anybody discuss them or do them the same way they do the president. It's always just the president. That's why they can get away with so much.
But my question is, with him being the president and they're supposed to, they're working for him, does he have the right to dismiss them if they're not getting the job of the people done?
Well, the people should be in that when they're not doing what he wants. The people should be stepping in order to get what needs to be done.
Yeah, but the people can't fire them immediately. I'm just wondering.
No, it's not. They can't fire them, but they can. There's things that the people can do in order for them to get their attention instead of talking about the president.
Well, not vote them back in office when it's time again. But look how long.
They can write letters. They can call, and they can do a whole lot of stuff. I don't see that being done. They always just jumping at the president. It's like when the Democratic Party called me the other day asking me to donate some money. I said, I ain't donating nothing to you because I don't see nothing that you did in order to get no money from here. So when you show me that you working with the president to get what I want done, I might donate then. But other than that, don't ask me to donate no money.
Right.
Things like that will wake some people up.